Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 18. It's so weird. They're going to have 19 episodes. Like, it almost feels like they added an episode somewhere because they felt like they needed to do it, because who ends on an odd number like this? 19? 19 will be next week. 18 is tonight. And next week is the finale. All right. And then we can get on to the reunion and we can get on with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. So with all that being said, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, let's open with Ashley. So Ashley goes and meets Monique. Poor Monique. This child can't get a scene. I mean, if it ain't with Ashley, then it's Karen, and it's already half done and all of this. I mean, she's just got to go by whatever Ashley tells her. I'm just like, Monique, even though Ashley hasn't really lied to Monique, I still don't understand how you could 100% trust what Ashley tells you. But I guess you don't really have any choice because she's not really talking to anybody else. So anyway, those two go sit down to eat together, Ashley and little baby Dean, you know, and after we fawn and fret over how cute little baby Dean is growing to be, you know, we get down to business. What you been doing, Monique? Monique says, oh, she's been so busy. You know, she didn't even think about them in Portugal because she had family in town. You know, it was one of the kids' birthday and they had a big superhero theme and we see pictures and all of that. Okay. Actually, that was after they got back, obviously, because she said that Karen did come to the party. Karen came to partake in the food and the libations. Oh my goodness, was she drinking? You know, I don't know why Ashley is so fascinated with the fact that, but you know, this is the old Ashley that is starting to be, because we done finally got all that damn baby out of her system. The baby getting older and she's forgetting that whole I'm a mama and I've changed. We starting to get the old whisperings of Ashley, because who the fuck cares? You know, she was all, Karen said that she had an ulcer and, you know, she wouldn't drink when we were in Portugal. Now you're saying that she was drinking at the birthday party? I mean, just who cares? Anyways, Ashley tells her about the wig shift party that Karen told them about when they were in Portugal. Remember, Karen told them that she did not invite Monique because it was going to be uncomfortable for the rest of the girls. So Ashley tells her that's what she said. You know, Monique was like, oh, she had been told me about the wig shift party. I mean, probably before she even told y'all. She had invited me. I just was like, yeah, you know, I don't think I'm coming. You know, she knows that it's all this drama going on. So Monique had already kind of bowed out and said, no, she don't want to do it. But Ashley was like, oh, that's not what she said. She said that she didn't even invite you in the first. Again, I'm just like, Ashley, you was doing so well for about 15 episodes. And then here comes the other Ashley rearing his ugly fucking head. Because the bottom line is you not going, whether or not she invited you or not. You know, yes, it's a little bit, you know, Karen did lie about that. Obviously, we'll see as the episode goes on, but I'm just like, what? Oh my God. You know, so Monica's like, oh, that's interesting. You know, she would say that when she definitely had invited me. You weren't going anyway, Monique. Don't get in your feelings. But Ashley was like, you know what? Well, the best way to take care of this is just to call Karen right now. That's because it's so important to this conversation. So she calls her and she was just like, hey, Karen, remember when we was in Portugal and you talked about the wig shift party? What exactly did you say about Monique coming? Well, I said that Monique was not comfortable coming so that she would not be there. And Ashley was like, but did you say that you didn't invite her? You know, of course, Karen is not going to, she's being put on the spot. She's obviously on speaker. And Karen just says, well, no, that's not the way that she remembers it. But I'm sure that was the way that she remembered it. She should not have been that way. What I can't understand is why Karen lied about that, because you've been in Monique's corner this whole time. So you could have said something like, well, I did kind of invite her, but you know, but then she's getting all this grief from Candace saying that you don't have her back. So, I mean, I see how Karen would have been. I'm not trying to give an excuse for Karen because she lied. That's just really it. She lied about it. But I guess because she was feeling backed into a corner, Candace all the whole trip is saying she don't know if Karen is in her corner, you know, if she really can trust her and all of that. So Karen, probably without thinking better about it, just said she didn't invite Monique. Okay. But again, the bottom line is she wasn't coming anyway. So when she says that she didn't remember it that way, she hangs up the phone. Monique is still just sort of like, I don't understand, but, okay. And, Ashley, I guess she feels pleased with herself that the regular messiness of the bitch is back. So enough about that. Later on, we see Ashley. She is at home with Michael and little baby Dean, I'm presuming. Her uncle and her mom are coming over because they're going to have a sit-down talk with Michael. I'm going to tell you what. Good, bad, or indifferent, right or wrong. If I am Michael and I'm fucking 83 years old, I'll be damned if two motherfuckers is gonna come over my house and lecture me about anything that I've done. I'm a grown ass fucking man, okay? You not doing this. Like, I apologize to my wife. I realize that my wife is only 18 years old and you guys feel that you need to protect her, but this is some shit that's going on in this household. I don't even want to bring out the race card on this one, but I can almost guarantee you if that would have been a black man, it wouldn't have went down like that. It would not have went down like that. Okay? You're not fixing to tell me what the fuck to do. No. Okay, I appreciate that y'all love y'all niece and y'all daughter, but you better get the fuck on with that. Okay, so they come in there. Ashley says they still working on the relationship, but and Michael says that he broke the trust and he apologizes for that. Okay, we'll give Michael that. If that's how you feel like you need to apologize to these people that's sitting across the table from you, then do that. Okay, but we're not gonna take it no further. We just not doing that. They all say, I don't think you understand, and the mom says that she felt like they was all cheated on. And Mama, do I still pay your bills if I'm Michael? If I still pay your bills, Mama, you can't tell me what the hell to do. Your daughter decided to marry me, not you. I ain't cheated on you. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not trying to excuse what Michael did. Michael did wrong, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, the same way I didn't understand why Portia and the superintendent felt like they had to sit down with her family, the same way I don't understand why Ashley and Michael got to sit down with her family. Like, we're not doing that. Mister's family is not sitting down with me and telling me about some shit that went down between me and Mister. This is what I'm saying. And vice versa. My family cannot come to my dad can't come and sit down at the table with me and Mister. Now, if my dad felt like him and Mister had to have a conversation by themselves, then that's something different. But we're not fixing the lecture. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. So that whole scene, I was like, next we had Robin. Nothing to see here, folks. She and Juan are looking to buy a new house, and they go look at a beautiful home, 5,600 square feet. And I was like, well, that's a step up from 1,300 square feet. I'm not even mad, though, because my house ain't much bigger than that. But, they taking it way bigger. I was actually kind of jealous because I want to move so bad, you guys. But it just don't make no sense, but I want to move so bad. I want a nice, new, big, pretty house, too. Anyway, back to them. She said she got her tax issues in order. She's paying a monthly bill, so good for her. I figured that's what she would do. That's what people do. That's what we do when we have tax issues. And now they're about to buy a house. And it's nothing surprising there. Juan is about to propose to her. They're going to get married or they're going to be engaged or whatever. And so that's, like I said, nothing to see here, folks. Another one, Wendy, we see her and her family. Her mother, her husband, her two boys, they go to the pumpkin patch. This is their way for the boys and the daddy to be busy while Wendy has a conversation with her mother. Because, all season we've been hearing Wendy, him and Haw about how she don't know how she gonna tell her mama that she don't want to be a professor at Johns Hopkins University anymore. So when she sends them off, go get me 4 pumpkins, the kids run off. The husband runs off with them. She's talking to her mom. She says, she's just not sure if she wants to do the professor thing anymore. And honey, the mama was not having it. No, when, you a professor and everybody congratulates me and, I'm real proud of what you did. People congratulate me and tell me that it was a good thing that I did. Actually, mama takes credit and says, I'm the reason why, which I guess if we was really thinking about it, she is the reason why, because Wendy has told us plenty of times that the only reason why she has done as much as she has is because of the pressure that her mother has put on her. Okay. And so she has achieved or overachieved or, did way more things for her mother than for herself. So that's what she tells her mom, She tells her like that, them degrees and them jobs and all that was for you. It was not what I wanted to do. Or maybe not necessarily the path that she would have chosen, and even though the mama tells her that she was a spoiled brat, Wendy was just like, how can you say that? And Wendy starts to, the big tears from the big eyes and all the big, right? Everything is so prominent. She starts crying and the mom was like, okay, I'm not trying to make you cry, Listen, I'm proud of you, whatever you choose. So if you decide not to go back to Professor Ship at John Hopkins, ain't no Saint in front of that, huh? Is it Saint or is it just John Hopkins? Whatever it is, if you plan to not go back, I'm sure you're going to do well in whatever you do. I said, well, maybe it might help that Wendy is on a hit show. This show is really about to take off. I'm not sure if that's in a negative or a positive way, but it's about to be way bigger. So Wendy is getting in right on that. I'm not sure if she'll be back next season. I kind of feel like she will be. But, maybe it's helped that the mom sees that she's on TV. My African rock stars out there, y'all let me know. Does this make a difference? Like, her daughter has made it. She's on TV on a show like this. Or is it still more about the education aspect of it? Y'all let me know. And then you guys moving on to Giselle. So it is Grace's birthday. That's the oldest daughter. I think she said she was turning 15. Was it 15 years old? I think the twins are 13 years old. So she is going out to eat with them. So when they sit down and everybody orders their food or whatever, then she tells them that their dad is going to be coming. And not only that, but he is going to be staying with them for a week. The girls are looking at her like, what? A week? She was like, yeah, you don't want your father to come? They was looking at her like, mama, how long are we going to be doing this? How many motherfucking episodes do we kind of have to try to act like you two are together? It is so clear that them two are not together and that the girls are not comfortable with it, not because they are protective of her, as Giselle would keep on telling us, but because they know this shit is a lie. And they don't feel like lying. They know it's some bullshit. They know they mama. They know they daddy. Why do we keep on trying to act like it's a relationship there when it isn't? It's so obvious. Them girls are looking at their mama like, you bitch, you crazy. And she always, they're so protective. I'm sure they're protective of her. I'm sure they want the best for their mom. I'm sure they know about their dad too. Okay. That's been made very, very clear. So that also factors in, but I think the more important part is that they know that this shit is a lie. Girl, quit with this. Quit it. Since it's the girl's birthday, I guess she decides that she wants to have a photo shoot. They get all dressed up, gussied up as a family. Jamal's supposed to be there as well. They're going to take a picture, I guess, so she can put it on her mantle and put it in her house, you guys. So she goes to the spot, the studio, I guess, where they're going to take the pictures. Jamal is supposed to have been flown in from Atlanta. He missed his flight. Okay. And so she was like, the show must go on. They're still going to take these pictures. They still have their appointment or whatnot. So while they're there and they're getting their makeup and their hair done and everything, she's telling her friend there that, Jamal was supposed to be there, but he couldn't be there. He FaceTimes her and was like, I'm sorry, babe. I tried real hard. I was just like, nah, you got passed up on this damn TV, just a lying. Okay. A lie is a lie. And a lie don't care who tell it. All right. Now we know that this man hadn't been coming down there for no pictures. This was going to be pictures of you and your girls, because that's what it's always been. You and your girls. Your girls have your back. You guys are all a beautiful girl family. So all y'all sit your asses down and get dressed and get your hair did and makeup did and everything did and go up there and take them pictures. And they did. They look beautiful. They are a good looking family. Okay. Even Giselle looked very, very nice. So, I mean, we didn't need Jamal in there anyway. Okay, you guys, next, Karen. So we see Karen around the house. You know, she's sexying it up. She's got rose petals thrown all over the place. She's got champagne. You know, she's talking to herself in that weird, uncomfortable way that they do when they got to say what they're thinking so that the camera can hear what they're talking about. You know, oh, it's going to be really nice. You know, he don't know what he got coming. You know, let me pour a little champagne. You know, all this. She gets undressed. She's got a bubble bath. She's in the bath. All right. We see Uncle Jessup, you know, here he come walking in the house. And when he comes in, she got a little table set up down there telling him where to go and what to do. He's like, oh, what is this? Is that rose petals? Is that velvet? And he's intrigued. You know, she's all, Uncle Jessup, Uncle Jessup. Do you hear my voice, Uncle Jessup? Uncle Jessup. Come here, Uncle Jessup. Yoo-hoo! Uncle Jessup! Where are you, Uncle Jessup? Uncle Jessup, just follow my voice. Uncle Jessup, bring your ass here. So, you know, it was like, get a man some damn time. Y'all got 50,000 stairs and, you know, he got to get up there. So he come on in and he was just like, oh, I see you opened the bottle already. Yes, honey, of course. I'm serving my man. And he was like, that sounds good. Okay. So, I see Uncle Jessup take off his coat and I was like, oh God, we don't want to do this now. He ain't fixing. Wait a minute. Hold on, you know. But you guys, he just took off his tie and opened up his shirt a button or two. I guess if Karen wanted to feel in there, then she could, you know, the taco meat. So, you know, she's in the tub and he's looking down at her. And she tells us that this bathtub, this is the first of the many things that she plans on doing to Uncle Jessup. I may even unplug a couple of holes that have been plugged up for a long time. Hello. No, goodbye. Bitch, we don't want to see nothing unplugged. Like, what? Shit. She's trying to give him her best sexy talk. I'm trying to get all this visual out of my mind. You know, I want the toesies to mosey on up to the hosies. I don't even want to know what the fuck that means. But she tells him to close the door, and I was just like, thank God, because I don't want to see it. Listen, I'm not mad. I know that we all get older and older people have sex, and I'm all for it, you know, but if you like me, we don't want to think of mama and papa having sex. Okay, we know it happens, but we prefer to just keep that in the very back part of our minds. Now, you guys, let's get to the wig shift party. So Karen is there. You know, she's with her team. She's also with her friend Steven. Steven is the wig doctor. I forgot to tell you guys all about the wig doctor. He came over to the house earlier in the episode, just so that they can name the wigs. And while she was there talking to Steven, she tells him, you know, I think that it's time for me and the girls to get together for a kiki moment because, you know, they've been with me in this wig journey every step of the way. Well, the girls would beg to differ. They feel like they ain't knew nothing about no wig line. And I was like, y'all lying, because even though it wasn't really, really highly spoken, I do kind of remember Karen talking about a wig line somewhere. I'm not sure if it was on a reunion or if it was actually in the show, but she did mention something, because I remember us thinking like, child, ain't nobody want none of your wigs, not them ones, you know. But let the girls tell it. They didn't know nothing about the wig. Of course, we just getting the perspective of Ashley and Giselle, and Candace too, because them ones are the ones that kind of have an issue with Karen at the moment. But, you know, when she had met with Steven originally, she, you know, she let them tell it they knew nothing about it. But whatever, back to the wig shift party. So he's the wig doctor. Evidently, he has an establishment called the Wig Doctor. It's the back of a strip mall or something. Okay, but that's where the party is going to be, and they do it up real nice in there, and the girls are going to come. But before the girls come, here comes Monique. Okay, and I think they said she was there, and it was, I'm assuming she got there maybe a half hour before, and then they start talking, they start giving the wind down of the time of, you know, when she's there and when the rest of the girls are going to get there, when the party actually starts. So Karen sits down with Monique. They pour some champagne and they're talking. Monique tells her that Ashley told her that she wasn't really invited to the party. And she doesn't really understand because she knew about the party before everybody else, Karen says. You know what?
It's a horrible position for me to be in. But I can ensure that all of my friends are comfortable. I can ensure that all of my friends are safe. And I think that it's all about forgiveness.
I'm listening to the conversation that Karen is having with Monique, and it's kind of out of context. Like, it doesn't really 100% make sense to me. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But when she says it's all about forgiveness and that she can ensure all this, it almost sounded like she was telling her that she thought maybe it would be cool that she did come. However, the rest of the girl, like, I feel like they chopped that up because it didn't really make sense to what Monique was saying. And when she said it was about forgiveness, when Candace says later, well, we'll talk about it later. Okay. But anyway, the Bravo is giving us the countdown. It's 16 minutes before the event starts. It's 8 minutes before the event starts. We get a text message from Candace to Karen saying that she's on her way. Karen is getting a little bit more agitated, a little bit more anxious because she needs Monique to get the fuck up out of there before the rest of the girls get there. Okay. I guess Monique thought she was about to sit down and chop it up with her. And I was like, well, Monique, what is it? Did you want to be there or did you not want to be there? Because you said that you weren't coming originally, but then when you found out that you weren't invited, or if that's what Karen was telling everybody, then you decided to come? Like, I don't understand, But Monique says that, she was a little hurt that she lied about it, but she understands she's trying to protect her event. So, so I'm just like, which one is it, Monique? Are you hurt? Are you mad? Are you coming? Are you not? All of this. But Karen kind of shoos her off like, okay, what you doing next kind of thing. So Monique, she hurries up and tosses back her drink and then she leaves. But she was like, I'm just going to hang out here for a minute. She doesn't supposedly, it doesn't look like she leaves anyway. But getting back to inside the party. Right after she leaves, it's down to like 2 minutes before the event starts and people start getting there. Robin gets there, hating from the sidelines, talking about the fact that it's in a strip mall and it's actually at the wig doctor's place. I'm just like, Robin, why are you like this? Gosh, we try so hard to really like Robin consistently, and then she just does things. But it's been a lot of slick shit being said, so I'm sure that's the reason why she's the way she is in her confessionals, but she's brought on some of those slick comments on herself. But anyway, Robin is just like, oh, it's in a strip mall, but I'm here to support, and Candace says that she's there to support Karen, even though, Ashley is there and Ashley is trash. She ain't really even sure about Karen, but she's going to be there because she's trying to figure it out with Karen. Giselle tells her she's not coming because she's not friends with Steven because Steven has talked shit about her on social media. Ashley is there in support. Whatever. Wendy is there. I'm not really sure why. I guess Wendy's just trying to be a team player because it's clear that Wendy don't like Karen either. But whatever. Karen got them girls there. There's all these blonde wigs everywhere. I guess her line, her line is with RPG Show. So that is already an established wig company and she has a line there. Okay, so it is a real deal. I'm sure she probably gets a cut from the wigs that are sold from her line. So it's not a Karen Huger La Dame product per se, but it's still all under the umbrella of her businesses. So, what? Why y'all hating? Let this lady just do what she do, But whatever, the gang is all here. Again, Ashley, the fucking ulcer police. Here she go with Karen, and her drinking at this party. Uncle Jessup is there in support and here Ashley, she just has to make it a point. Oh, you're drinking, but you didn't want to drink when we were in Portugal, and Karen was just like, when we were in Portugal, my ulcer had flared up, and if I want to say that I don't want to drink, then that should be okay. I was very uncomfortable with the way that every time I sat down, it was like, are you going to drink? 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 It almost felt like you were trying to set me up. They were like, set you up for what? Robin was like, did you just feel that if you drank too much that you were going to say something that you didn't want to say? As if you don't have control of yourself. Now, they're saying all this in front of Uncle Jessup, so I'm sure that Karen's hackles is even raised even higher. Honey, Karen looked at Robin. She was just like, no, but what you should be concerned about what Juan says when he's drunk. Uncle Jessup was like, okay, that's it for me. He was like, let these women cackle and fight it out. You know, he's leaving out. Well, Robin has this look on her face like, what? Like, I just asked a question. You guys know that that's Robin's famous thing. You know, I just asked a question. Why is people getting so touchy with me? Okay, maybe you shouldn't ask questions all the damn time, Robin. Yes, it was harsh and it was over. It didn't need to be a response from Karen that way. But like I'm saying, other shit has happened. Karen probably feels a certain way about the hat and all that. So that's why she said what she said to Robin, even though in the confessional she was trying to act like maybe she's got some tea on Juan having loose lips, being drunk and saying some shit too. You know, saying that she hopefully she don't have to use it in the future. Something tells me that's going to come up at the reunion, you guys. But, you know, Robin was just like, take this off of me. She's leaving now. I was like, Karen, you ain't had to give it to her like that. Because it had nothing to do with nothing. But you know, when you mad, you just trying to throw out an insult, and this is how it came out. So the girls are kind of rallying around Robin, who's getting her shit taken off so she can, you know, have her hair back down or whatever. And Karen tries to come over there and make nice, and they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear nothing about no packaging, no wigs and all of this. You know, we didn't put these wigs on and tried to entertain your bullshit, and now you trying to talk to us all cross and funny. They was like, we don't want to talk about that shit. Here come Ashley again. Honey, we got for real Ashley this episode, didn't we? She comes and tells them how she lied. Karen lied and said that she didn't invite Monique when she did. Oh, why did you say that? Now the girls are upset, you know. Why would you invite her? You know, it's always been a problem, you know, and Candace is looking at her like, bitch, I knew you didn't have my back like that. Again, the bottom line is Monique is not there, you guys. Candace really should be the only one that should feel any certain kind of way. The rest of you guys, I mean, fuck. Quit babying Candace like she can't fight her own battles.
Bottom line is I can invite whoever I want to my party.
And Robin was like, well, why isn't she here now?
Because you guys are all uncomfortable around her and I care enough about you not to set your ass up. Now you get that? Receive it.
Y'all done pissed off Karen. She was like, look, I'm not fixing to sit here with this shit with you guys. I am about to leave you alone and I'm about to go enjoy the rest of our party. But the next thing we see is her and Uncle Jessup. I guess maybe Jessup told her, put your shit on and let's go. She said she's leaving because bottom line, she's embarrassed by all of this shit that's going on. You know, these girls always got to rally up some shit, especially at a party. So, you know, she's leaving and they're like, Wendy, why are you leaving your own party? Grand entrance and grand exit, I guess. So she's leaving out and they just can't believe that she's leaving. Karen says she ain't got time for this mess. So she leaves, gets in her car and goes. So they all go outside and Ashley is informing them about the conversation that she had with Monique. And this is where I wanted to talk to you guys about Candace. Candace says that Karen was trying to get her to come early. Okay. And I think that what might have been trying to happen, but somewhere along the lines, I'm not sure if it was the producers or if it was Karen or if it was Monique, whatever it was, they decided that maybe that was not a good idea. Maybe even legally it wasn't a good idea. But Karen was trying to get Candace there early, probably to have a sit down with Monique. Okay, so that was more the reason why Monique was there early. That was why Candace was, but Candace is now making it seem like Karen was being messy and trying to force some sort of encounter with them that may have gone negatively. But I don't think that that's what the original thing was. To see the way that they chop and edit these things up, you guys, sometimes you have to read between the lines. I may be wrong, but it almost feels, I'm sure Karen is not trying to get Monique and Candace to fight again, is what I'm saying. But maybe the block is still too hot and they realized it after the fact. What really throws me here is that Candace, you know how Ashley is. You have your own problems with Ashley, but yet and still you're so mad and want people to always rally around you. It's all about Candace all the time that you are sitting here listening to Ashley. Remember, the bitch wrote something bad about you for Monique, for the courts, okay? Remember that part. But you sitting here listening and you so mad at Karen and you just so always feeling like everybody ought to be on your side. Now here you go with the crying and here you go, you so hurt and all of this. Oh my gosh. it is really something when we can sit back and watch and see how selfish we are, how self-centered we are. I am a selfish person. So I, you know, when I see it in other people, like, it always makes me be like, gosh, I wonder if I'm that way. I've tried to change it over the years. In certain way, I'm not selfish when it comes to like my kids and things like that, but there are other things that people are just way more generous and giving that is not me. And this channel has helped me be way more, less consumed about Roxanne than I used to be in the past. And of course, as you get older, you get out of that as well. So, but I'm just like looking like, oh, I don't want to be seen that way. Cause Candace is all about Candace. Candace. Everything. She crying because everybody ain't on her side and people don't think like her and people not doing everything for her. And I'm over it. I'm over it. I am over it. So glad they dropped that stupid case because the shit is stupid. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here, get this edited and up to you. It's the last day of the month. Y'all know I got to get my monies in, so I'm going to get both of these videos up. You guys already are watching Soul Train Music Awards, and while that's up, I am editing this, okay? All right, you guys, let me go. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Itsrox, the channel's for Itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.